watching Chicago's very own WGN News with Steve Sanders, Allison Payne, and Tom Skilling. This is Chicago's very own WGN Midday News.
And in today's Focus on Family, total skin care for the summer. Dr. Brooke Jackson is here, and she's a board-certified dermatologist and founder of the Skin Wellness Center of Chicago. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
This is absolutely the time of year when we need to be careful about the sun. And I see you brought, and guess what, folks? She had all of this in her purse.
Big purse.
A big purse it was, yeah. So let's start out. Why is it important that we use specific types of suntan lotions?
Well, a lot of people will use sunscreen, so I'm glad they're doing it, but they often don't use enough. And the SPF value, for example, this baby sunscreen is SPF 50. That's making the assumption that you're actually using the same amount that they do in the lab, and most people don't. And so really you need to be putting on a full ounce, which is a shot glass. Most adults know what a shot glass looks like. Each application that you go out, make sure you reapply every 2 hours. And if you're in and out of the water, which a lot of people may do this weekend at the beach, make sure that when you come out, you do reapply.
Okay, and so then should you apply more for babies?
Well, a lot of pediatricians don't want sunscreens on children under the age of 6 months, so I would certainly consult your pediatrician. But after that, you just want to make sure that whatever is sun exposed is covered.
Okay, and I see you have hats here. One's a kind of a cool cap, and the other not as pretty.
Sure.
Which would you use? Would you recommend?
Well, people will wear a hat to protect their face, which is a great idea, but the straw hat you can actually see through. And so rule of thumb when you're going shopping is hold it up to the sun or hold it up to the light, and if you can see the light come through, then you don't want to buy it. The canvas hat is a lot more protective because it is broad-brimmed and you can't see through it.
Okay. Now, I'm surprised that we have the milk here. What would you do with the milk? And I see some other products that I wouldn't associate necessarily with summertime skincare.
Well, I bring the milk here because one of the excuses a lot of patients use to go sunbathing is they need their vitamin D. And yes, many people are vitamin D deficient these days for many reasons. However, we do know that you will die of skin cancer. And so there's certainly many other ways that you can get your vitamin D. Drink milk, take a supplement, eat fish, but you don't need a lot of sun exposure to get your vitamin D levels.
Right. So you will say, what about maybe fish oil pills and things like that?
Absolutely.
Other ways? Absolutely,
yes.
Okay, now lotions.
Yes, so if you do happen to get a sunburn, what should you do about it? Basically, you just want to treat your skin very, very gently. A few tricks. You can use any of these over-the-counter moisturizers. Leave them in the refrigerator because they'll be very comforting to your skin when you put them on and they're cool. You can take a vino bath. Some people will also suggest that you get in a bath of cool milk, and that will really calm your skin down. You can use a little over-the-counter hydrocortisone if you do start to itch. However, if you do get blisters, you probably should consult your doctor because you might need to be put on some prednisone, and people who have severe sunburns may need to be hospitalized.
Really?
Yes.
And is there, and we often hear that certain times of the day, just really try to stay out of the sun as much as possible?
The worst is from 10 to 2. And so if you're training, I'm training for the marathon this year, and so if you are running, run early in the morning. Make sure that you're wearing your sun protection. You know, if you have to be outside, make sure that you do listen to your body. And so if you start to feel fatigued, you get chilled, you get tired, it's time for your body to get out of the sun.
Finally, some of the other items we have here.
Other fun rashes of the sun. You will often get a lot of fungal infections during the summertime because you're hot and you're sweaty and most people are kind of moist. And so you can certainly start with some over-the-counter products, the Lotrimin spray. If you have a baby at home, most parents have Desitin. That's a great place to start. However, if the rash does not clear up in about 1 to 2 weeks, you should probably see a dermatologist who will give you a prescription.
Wow, that's great advice. It'll keep us all healthy this summer. Dr. Brooke Jackson, thank you so much for joining us today. And if you'd like to learn more about skin wellness and the Skin Wellness Center, you can check out their website, skinwellnesscenter.org. And for a link, you can log on, of course, to WGN-TV.com/midday. Thank you so much.
Thank you.